Hey there, it's Rick with Advanced AV and Automation. So if you saw my video yesterday, you knew that we were loading up the rack and bringing it to the house. One thing I failed to mention yesterday is we like to build the racks at our warehouse. It saves on hours of unnecessary time at the homeowner's house. Especially now with this whole virus situation, they don't want us in the house any longer than we need to be. Plus, there's no need to bring in all kinds of boxes and things that might be contaminated. So anyway, we load up, we build the rack, we populate it with all the electronics. We do a little bit of wiring, we dispose of the boxes at the warehouse, but then we bring the rack to the house. So you can see here, we've got the rack in the house. It is powered up. That's our bundle of wires, comes down from the ceiling. We get to the back of it here. So some of the wires are already going to the rack. This other bundle here as wires we have yet to use, but we will. So right now, this is the back of the rack, and this will get nice and neatly bundled all the way up and leave enough of an umbilical cord for us to pull the rack out this far so that if we need to work on the back of it, we can. So just a quick overview what's going on inside the rack. This is our router right here. This feed right here is this wire, and as soon as we get Comcast in here, we'll connect that to the modem. But right now, the router is feeding the switch. We do have some network connections right here in the switch, as well as the connections that go to all the various equipment in the rack. And these are our wireless access points. Down here is our Control 4 processor. Here is our UPS system, so our uninterrupted power supply. We put things like the modem, the router, the switches, the things that we don't want to power down in case of an outage. And even though this house may have a generator, sometimes that generator takes 15 seconds to kick in. This will keep things running without any glitches. Anyway, below this is the camera DVR. It has its own power over Ethernet switch built into it, so these are our camera wires. And by the way, everything is nice and neatly labeled. Power cords, network connections, cameras. These are our blank shells. When Comcast gets here, that'll have the cable boxes. Down here is our audio matrix switch. This here is our power supply. One nice thing about this, it does have a network connection. We have a tool that we use that we can actually log in on our phones, see this power brick here, and we can turn on and off any one of these outlets. So if somebody wants us to reboot something remotely, we can. Same holds true for the UPS system. We can reboot a router or a switch or a modem or whatever, so the homeowner doesn't have to go fishing around the back of the rack. And then down below at the bottom, we have our receiver for the surround sound, also on the network. You can't see it, but above the receiver is the amp for the subwoofer. So anyway, that is the rack. We're kind of at a standstill right now until Comcast gets here. Once they get here, our Control 4 processor will be online. All of the network will be online, and really we'll be good to go. So that's it. Rick Casani, Advanced AV and Automation. Let us know what we can do for you. Bye now.